Welcome back to Industrialist. So today, I'm going to be building even bigger factories, and I'm also going to try reaching 1000% pollution, which will become a very big problem. A few weeks ago, I made a video on this game where I built big factories and made a lot of money, and you guys complained a lot. Apparently, I did a terrible job, so this time I'm gonna try to do better. So with that, let's start with this big piece of land. I built this pollution meter, and I'm not gonna stop until this digit right over here says 1000%. But anyways, since we're just getting started, I'm gonna first make a coal factory, since it can make a little bit of money, and it's also very nasty. All we needed to do is add these, then some solar power, then this truck depot, and a little bit of pipes. There you go. Now we were making some coal, and we sold it for $52, which is not bad, but we have a lot more money that needs to be earned. We were also starting to rack up our first couple percent of pollution. Anyways, I'm gonna build a research station to get some points, because this little coal factory isn't gonna really do anything, and I need to research a lot more stuff. We just needed to place a couple of these research stations and a little bit of power for each one. Let's buy this little hand crank over here, and let's connect it all to all the research stations. And we finally had them turn on. And we made 140 research points. That's pretty good. So let's unlock this, and let's unlock copper, which can make us some more money and even more pollution. All we needed to do was put a furnace over here and put this molder over here and then sell it in this truck. And after connecting everything up, we were finally making our next source of income, copper ingots. Let's just check the pollution over here, and
it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
That's it? And we need to get 1000%? Anyways, this machine over here is very simple. It just takes the copper out of the ground over here and melts it, and then it puts it in this molder and smashes it to become copper ingots. And we made $213, which is a pretty good step up from this coal power plant. Let's research this groundwater pump so we can research these coal power plants, and let's research this turbine over here, and now we can make a coal power plant, which will power these stuff better. I placed down the coal generator and spent a couple minutes building it, and now we had this power plant, which is a little bit better than these solar panels. The research though is still pretty slow, so I'm gonna delete these over here, and I'm gonna use this power plant to power a bunch of research stations. So I built about 6 million more, and now we're making research a little bit better. We also had some very good news, and it's that our pollution reached our first 1%. Wow. That is so good. Guys, I got this new avatar. If you like it, tell me in the comments and I'll keep it. It's pretty cool. But you may be wondering what the pollution is gonna do later on. Well, let me do a quick little explanation. Okay, so let's see here. If we get only 100% pollution, we're not gonna be able to see anything in our world. And on top of that, the soundtrack is gonna become scary, and we're gonna become schizophrenic. Very schizophrenic. Also, the more pollution we have, the less money we earn. So if we get to 560% pollution, we're gonna be earning minus 96% less. That is gonna be a big problem later. Anyways, before we build any bigger factories, we should probably build a better power plant. So let's buy this bigger turbine, and let's also buy this medium voltage theory, and let's buy a little bit more stuff. And now, since we have a lot more money, I'm able to buy a much better power plant, including this large turbine, which costs $4,000. Anyways, let's quickly build it. And I finished building this much more efficient and compact power plant, which generates very good power. Since we want to make a lot of pollution, we know that one thing is very good at doing that. Oil rig. I'm gonna buy it. Since we still had these nasty power lines which were barely transferring power fast, I deleted them, and I'm gonna replace them with some better ones like these power poles. 1, 2, 3. Go here and here and here. There you go. Look at that. We're gonna get a lot more research now. I placed down 6 more research stations, but anyways, let's place those oil rigs. And since I don't have enough research points for this stuff, I'm gonna save up. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna burn the oil. It shouldn't be much of a problem. I don't think burning any oil is gonna cause pollution. Okay, I waited a little bit, and now we have enough research points. So let's get this. Let's build an oil boiling and separating facility. Let's boil this liquid. Let's separate it in this thing. And since you guys liked me selling the oil last time, let's just sell it again. If you remember from last time, if you put anything in a liquid burner, especially residue, it will cause a lot of pollution. And since that's exactly what we want, I just connected the residue to this liquid burner. If we take a look at our pollution meter again, we were now at 10% increase per hour and also 7% right now. Oh my god. Iron makes pretty good amounts of pollution, and it also makes pretty good money. So that should be the next thing we can research. And let's see if we can make a small little iron plate factory, which can sell for $70 each. Let's build 5,000 iron drills for better pollution. And after continuing to build the farm, we now had this plate factory. It makes $700 almost every couple seconds, which is much better than this thing over here, which makes only $300. There's nothing much else I can do right now because I don't have enough research to get any. Aside from that, I'm gonna continue grinding for about 1 hour, and I'm also gonna expand this research station place over here. And now let's place them right over here. Boom, boom, boom. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have like 12 research stations over here. So let's just finish up connecting them to power. And we're going to need a water supply for these ones. And now we had this thing all connected and making 100 research points literally just every couple seconds. So we'll be able to research much more stuff now. Let's not stray away from our goal too much though, because we still need to get 10,000 pollution and we're barely even there. I got this diesel refinery, which makes more pollution and also some more residue. So let's just delete this over here and put this instead. There you go. Nice. Look at this pollution. Holy crap. I didn't even realize we have 23,000 research points. Oh my god. I almost forgot that when we reach 100% pollution, we will get much less money. Before it's too late, we need to make much more money. So I'm gonna save up research points so I can get these gearboxes, which need plastic and some other stuff. But before I build my gearbox factory, I realized that my schizophrenia was starting to settle in. Hello? What the hell? Hey! 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 What the hell are you deleting everything? Where'd he go? Hello? Okay, well, let's just build our gearbox factory now. And in order for that, let's just place some of the... Oh my god. Everything cost $100,000? Okay, there's no way I can build any of those gearboxes. So I'm just gonna build these crankshafts, which don't need any plastic at all. All I need for that is a steel factory. So let's get building. And we were finally done building the crankshaft line. And they were selling for, oh my god, $6,000. That is very, very good. Our pollution was now also at 44%, and it was increasing by 20% per hour, which is very, very nice. I had a little bit of an idea though. If you take a look at these scrubbers over here, they are supposed to clean the air. But I had another idea. In order for the scrubbers to work, they need to be fed water and power. And if they do, then they minus the pollution. But if you feed the scrubber residue, then it's gonna make even more pollution. 6% pollution extra per hour. And that is very good. Well, obviously not good for anybody else, but for me, I'm hungry for pollution. So let's buy this scrubber and let's go right over here and delete this residue thing over here. And let's make some space over here to feed the scrubber some residue. And after a little bit of construction, our scrubbers were now making even more pollution. And the good thing is that when the residue goes from here into this scrubber, it makes even more residue. And it just keeps making more and more and more and more. That's very good. Let's just take a look at our pollution now. And, ooh, very nice. 30% per hour. We're gonna be getting to our goal much faster now. Aside from that, we have $50,000, which is not a lot to build our next production line. So I'm gonna AFK for a little bit and also wait for the pollution to go up. So I'll see you guys soon. It's been an hour and I cannot see anything. I can't even play the damn game anymore. What the hell is this? Our pollution was now also reaching almost 100% and increasing by 86% every hour. That's very nice. And I know you can't see it, but I also added this big array of scrubbers which make even more pollution by burning residue. It's playing some scary music. I can't even turn it off. We do have a bit of money though, so I'm gonna see if I can build another one of these crankshaft factories. Hopefully I can without screwing anything up because I'm literally blind. I think I can do it. It'll be fine. I won't get scared by anything. No schizophrenia. I'm fine. Okay, and now our second crankshaft factory is all done. It's right here. I can't even see anything. I don't even know how I built that. But it works, and we'll be able to make some more money now. Our pollution was now at 18.7%, which was pretty cool. Let's bring back that French guy to see what he thinks of this pollution.
Oh my god, bro. What is this?
Was accident. Look at this. You see?
Oh my god, bro.
Did I do a good job?
Yeah, sure. You are doing a good job.
I'm gonna AFK for some more time so I can wait for some more money and the larger amounts of pollution because at this point I can't do anything. I barely have anything. I have no money, no nothing. I can't see. Okay, let's grind. It's been 6 hours and I feel like I'm gonna die. We also had 734% pollution and $1 million. Now, I feel like I finally have enough money to build the gearbox factory. And since we're already making crankshafts, all we need is the plastic casing. But before we do that, we just need to research some stuff. Okay, I wasted 400,000 points, and now let's start building our gearbox factory. Oh, and by the way, you know how the crankshafts were selling for like $6,000 each before? Now they're selling for $200. How did we get to that point? We're not gonna make any money anymore. Okay, let's build the gearbox factory. Oh my god, what? Oh, I'm going crazy. And after spending 40 minutes, I finally got plastic pellets, which were in here. But now I have a problem, and it's that I cannot build this plastic molding machine because it costs way too much money. So we're not going to be able to get gearboxes. But at least we got some plastic. I wish I could explain this stuff to you, but it's like, I don't even know where everything is. At least we have plastic pellets, so let's just sell them in the truck. We're looking pretty good. Well, actually very nasty. So I'm just gonna grind an AFK for a couple more hours until we finally get 1,000% pollution. Because honestly, like, there's no way to make any good money anymore. So let's grind for the rest of the couple hours. It's been 4 hours and we were finally so close to 1,000%. And we also had $25,000, which is literally nothing. Took 4 hours to make this. But anyways, we were finally gonna reach it. Are you ready? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And we finally did it! We reached 1000% pollution. Oh, this is nasty. Anyways, like this video and tell me in the comments if I should make a part 2 where I clean this entire world. But other than that, subscribe and join the Discord server. Okay, bye-bye.